However, the common bond right there in that whole equation is Aiden Ross. It seems that Aiden Ross is still on a no-fly zone over here in Toronto. Okay. It's weird because it feels weird even me saying this at this point, because I don't even know if what's the word? Not justified, but if I have the right authority, right, to be able to say that he's even banned at this point or unbanned. You know what I'm saying? Because in the end of the day, a whole thing started with this guy a few months back. And in my mind, I never thought it was over, but I felt that there was some kind of common ground that was found amongst, the parties involved, whether it's Aiden, different Toronto mans out here. Big salute to the Motion Boys. Y'all seen me post with those guys the other day over at the Chinese Kitty show. You know what I'm saying? But it just seems that, I don't know, beef never ends in the city.
Guy keeps trying to...
And I don't even call it beef. Just issues never end in the city, right? Like, I opened up my Instagram just now. I seen a bunch of people jump in my Instagram comments, and they were like, yo, Friday's always in a mix-up. I guess. But it's not intentional. You know what I'm saying? I guess I'm going to have to backtrack slightly to get into this story here and give you guys a little bit of context. And Jay Castro said in the comments here, yeah, Aiden thinks he's good because he reaching out the dot with Nav. Not only that, I guess I felt maybe he felt that the conversation that him and I had was an inkling of things are okay to come back to Toronto, that, that he's not on a no-fly zone list anymore. But from the time that whole conversation went down, feelings were still to be had about this, okay? And let me preface this by saying I do understand the original context of why the Mandem are feeling the way that they feel. For people who don't remember Aiden Ross, I have to backtrack. I'll just play this first. Salute to the Mandem from Voices from the Staircase. Welcome back. They were gone for a couple months, but they're back at it now. Salute to Neighborhood. Salute to Money. Very dope set here.
Speaking of Aiden Ross, bro, there's a controversial video that came out about him. He's I don't know the context to it, but it looked like he might have been laughing at the fucking street legend.
What went down, because this guy keeps trying to defend himself. Because fam, he's saying, oh, like I was laughing at what my homie was saying, but him and his homie were watching that, right?
Yeah.
And y'all can hear that proper in the audio?
I was some Toronto video, but like I don't know, it was some meme.
Mm-hmm.
And then, fortunately, some, like, he dissed one of the Mandem, but his homie was commenting.
Probably seen something in the Discord that was saying something about him. Definitely.
Yeah, so you couldn't, so what, the audio couldn't catch the Discord voice?
You can't catch his voice, but he
catches
his reaction. He's like, oh, Royce, like, you're fucked up. What? Why would you say you're fucked up?
The mic, yeah.
Why would you say you're fucked up? You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Unless you're saying something fucked up.
Facts.
That's why. And then, like, he's trying to play it off. Like, even if it's a misunderstanding, apologize for that.
And for the people who are out of the loop as far as the Toronto scene, who might be popping in from other countries and stuff like that, like, who are these gentlemen on top of the screen here? This is Kalvin Cambridge, and this is JNeat. JNeat from the Up Top and the Wasp gang. You know what I'm saying? He's got the blue feather chain on right now.
100%.
That's the least.
It's not even just apologize. Like, some people are jumping into it, like they're involved with it, like that's their homie that they're laughing about. Like, niggas are trying to come off of, like, buddy, like, and we're speaking of specific people, like
Friday.
So I'm gonna stop there, okay? And I'm gonna listen. I'm not gonna tread lightly or anything like that, because I have nothing to tread lightly about. So if we want to backtrack to the original reason how I even got involved, just as a podcaster, a blogger, a live streamer, I seen the post, Canadian Underground Kings, Six Sounds, they were posting Aiden Ross laughing at the legend Robin Banks, okay? And that was highly offensive to the whole city, myself included. And I reacted to that here on YouTube Live, okay? And my reaction to that wasn't like, oh, no, it's okay, Aiden. No, my reaction was harsh. I was very angry. I was going at Aiden Ross saying like, nah, fam, we don't respect that over here. And it might be a no-fly zone thing. Not even a no-flies. I didn't enforce it, but I was like, fam, man, them are not happy, bro. I went off. Okay? And then even, and if I remember correctly, then Dusty Wallace and I, big salute to Dusty Wallace, we linked up and did a live and we reacted to it as well. Okay? Somewhere along this story here, Aiden Ross caught wind of the YouTube Live. He didn't catch wind of the Toronto blogs, and with all due respect to the Toronto blogs, because those are all my colleagues. I mess with them heavy. But when Aiden Ross was on his stream on Kick, he didn't see the post on Instagram of the man them being cheesed. He was reacting to a YouTube video, that being this video, or a video on the We Love Hip Hop Network, representing, I guess, for the city, saying that we're pissed off. How could you be laughing at the legend Robin Banks? And that's when he got involved, or that's when so quote unquote I got involved. Are we clear on that, gang? Because this gets reposted later on and stuff like that. And I want to make sure that none of my words are misconstrued. You know what I'm saying? So for Aiden Ross to even know that Toronto had a problem is because he peeped the YouTube video. Let's continue.
I'll say
Niggas
your
are trying to
name.
be.
Yeah.
I'll
Like,
say
Who gave him the green light to even
Fam,
talk to the man? I've seen that clip.
Friday, you're mad.
Yo,
Like,
let the Mike.
no, beg this. Like, I started this Twitch 3 months ago. He reacted, first of all, collectively, like, to me and him. Like,
Yeah.
I said it. JNeat got a big voice in the city. Obviously, it got further and further.
Yeah.
With him, other people commented, Casper, shout out Casper, you know what I'm trying to say? But, like, he's responding on behalf of all the mandem.
So let's stop there again. Now, I'm not sure if Aiden Ross did a reaction video to Kalvin at some point before, but I just know I was put on via DM. People were like, yo, Aiden Ross is talking about you on his stream right now. Right now. Go pull up. And I pulled up. And I seen him reacting to the stream. Okay? That's when he got me into the stream via Discord, and then him and I had a conversation. And I can play the conversation. Okay? I'll play the end of this, and then let me set up the thing here so we can get to the conversation afterwards. All right? Let's see here. Let me make sure I set that up proper. Aiden Ross, Friday. Wow, there's a lot of SEO on that. Jesus, Murphy. Okay, I'll set that up here in the other queue.
Traveling can be a challenge.
All right, we'll go through the ad quick, fasty, and boom. And I'll leave that there, and we'll go back to the other window and continue with that. All right, we're going to dissect this proper today, gang.
Like, realistically, like, this,
Like, genuinely.
you should have connected us. Like, you're trying to come up off the man. I started this shit 3 months ago, and this guy's trying to.
Nah.
But it's not even about.
Yeah, he should
It's not
have.
And
even
he's
about
speaking for the mandem.
Yeah,
Talking
that's the
beer
problem.
modern.
That's the problem. You're speaking for people. You can't be speaking for people. That's not your friend. So you're just there trying to get
Just
involved and get your.
riding
No, that's
dick.
some- that's some-
I understand though. Like, you know, to each their own. Like,
So
And listen, big salute to JNeat. And like I said, I have no issues with any of those guys. I've interviewed pretty much almost everybody in the WAS gang. Okay? And like multiple times, I've two presser interviews, 2 YG interviews, The Walat Boys, we have an interview with them on the network. Who else? Tall Up Twin, 2 FB interviews, like Burner Bands, and he's been on the network 2-3 times. We have mad love for the Wasp Gang, mad love for the Up Top movement. Okay, but when it comes to like even looking for a come up or anything like that, like I said originally when I started this segment right here, the first thing that I was reacting to was the disrespect. And the way that I reacted to that disrespect was disrespectfully, okay? And this is exactly how Aiden found out that Toronto was mad in the first place. Okay? So as far as trying to get a come up, trying to squeeze myself into their beef, nothing like that, fam. You disrespect Robin Banks, that's disrespect to the whole city. And as a broadcaster, podcaster for the city, I see things on the blogs, I react to them. And that's something I saw on the blogs, and naturally I reacted to it. And here we are.
That's to be honest, that's some vulture shit, you know?
It's some vulture shit, but to each their own. I'll
Stop.
never tell a man how to be.
That's not vulture stuff. See, that's what I don't like. And it's kind of a sneak shot.
Yeah, man, do your thing. Like, if that's how you go about life about that. But like, you can't be telling people certain shit's okay that has nothing to do.
Vulture stuff is, being a vulture is when you're not part of the culture. Okay? When you're a culture vulture, all right, is when you take things, you're not even part of the culture, and you take things from the culture for your own personal benefit. Okay? And you could actually be a part, let me rephrase that, because culture vultures could be in the culture too. Don't get that twisted. But you're taking things from the culture and using them for your own personal benefit. And let me reemphasize, the original reaction that you saw here on the We Love Hip Hop Network YouTube live was me reacting to the post that I seen on Canadian Underground Kings and Six Sounds, and I was very upset at the whole laughing thing. Okay, I'm just gonna keep on reemphasizing that was the original reaction.
Do with you because it doesn't affect you, you know?
Exactly.
Like, why don't you come ask one of us, like, yo, whatever the case is, like, you're there speaking for people.
And he's a big man, bro.
Like, he could have been involved as a mediator.
Yeah.
But yo, it's disrespectful at the end of the day. He's laughing at something disrespectful. You're laughing at something that
Your
you should
pain,
not be.
you know?
Like, you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
So it's like, you're coming speaking about it now, jumping involved with it, saying, okay, it could have.
Trying to get
fuck all of
15
that.
minutes of fame off that
Yeah, like,
situation.
fuck all of that. Like, niggas.
That's another shot. But as far as 15 minutes of fame, we've been doing this 7 years. You know what I'm saying? I don't need to come up off of anything that's going on Toronto-wise, or we don't need cheap come-ups, all right? There's also some commentary in here about the Lady SB interview. I get a lot of people who hit me up on the street like, yo, that Lady SB interview, yo, that thing we just said with the Telly thing, yo, that was funny, ha, 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 ha. And it was funny. Yes, great moment. Okay, we went viral. But don't get that twisted of what kind of work, like real work that we actually put in over here at the We Love Hip Hop Network. When it comes to our interviews, when it comes to the amount of research that I put into every guest that I do an interview with, I'm asking people questions that they didn't even know that, you know, how did you even know that? Damn, bro. I get that. You know how many times I get that per interview? Like, damn, bro, great question. How did you even know that? Because I'm doing my research. So if I ask, the whole Telly thing is one question out of thousands and thousands of questions that I've asked over the last 6.5 years. So don't ever hang your hat on, oh, he just tries to get moments. Okay? I don't even think niggas believe that. It's just taking shots.
Just feel a way about shit. Like,
Yo, to be honest, we've been away from this stuff for like 2 months now, you know? And there's a moment I caught where Friday was getting at a girl and calling her like, are you a escort, basically? You know what I'm saying?
You're gonna talk sick to the Galdem, but you're not gonna talk sick to Aiden Ross? Is that your dad?
You know what I'm saying?
I actually called him the pre-cum, Andrew comes pre-cum.
Like you, bro. Me personally, bro. Whatever a girl does with her body, it's up to her. You're not her father. You're not her brother. You're not her dad. You're not
her dad.
You're nobody to her. You know what I'm saying? And if the girl answered one way as it is, she said no. Move from it. You know what I'm saying? Why are you picking out a woman, a female?
Nah,
like,
but even just like trying to bring it up.
Multiple.
And I'll blame myself for that. Because of that moment there and the way that Toronto, or just I think people, period, minds work, that erases the dozens and dozens of women that I've interviewed prior to that. And even after that. You know what I'm saying? That erases the amount of women who I promoted on the network. That is completely erases all of that because I asked one artist if she was a telly thing. You know what I'm saying? Let's just do that. Let's do alternate realities and just erase every single thing in my catalog because I asked one person if they were a telly thing. Okay? If it makes everybody sleep better at night.
General, just even in general. The first time was wrong, like just, even if that's her personal life, like bro, that's her personal life.
And the thing is, and listen, I don't got no smoke, it's no problem. The issue is niggas don't really watch us. Okay? Y'all on the live, y'all are watching us. Okay? I know, especially when it comes to these lives, that this is a loyal fan base. This is loyal supporters, people who watch from the beginnings of things to the end. You know what I'm saying? I see in the premieres the people who actually watch our YouTube channel and take in videos. Okay? Y'all are the real ones. When I speak to people on road who are like, yo, or actually, let me just rephrase that. When I see in the comments people commenting on things that are towards the middle or the end of the video, I know that y'all are the real supporters. But people who are like, yo, I saw that one moment on Instagram, or I saw the other thing you were saying on Instagram. Salute, thank you. But I know that you guys are fly-by-night supporters, or not at all, okay? I might have popped up on your timeline because it popped up on some other page that you follow, because niggas don't even follow us anyway. So how can you critique content that you don't even watch? Stop me when I'm lying. A lot of these niggas, like, and salute to Jay Castro, says, I've been watching since the Bizloke and Casper RK and K Money interviews. Thank you. However, some of these niggas haven't watched it since then, but they've been talking about us ever since. A lot of these niggas who talk on us haven't watched us since a Bizloke interview 4 years ago. But every time they see me on Instagram, they're like, oh, the We Love Hip Hop Network does this and We Love Hip Hop does that. No, we don't. You watch the clip. And even that Lady SB interview, if you watch the beginning and afterwards, great interview, insightful. You know what I'm saying? She was articulate and there was great questions. Big up to me.
You clearly brought her because of music. You never brought her because you potentially heard that she was doing whatever. You brought her because of music. So if she's doing whatever she's doing on the side, that's will be the girl's business.
How you talking?
That's facts. However, I also make sure to please the comment gang strong. Okay? Because there's an audience that's watching. I can't just be, I'm just doing what I like to do. I only talk to the people I want to talk to, and I'm only going to ask the questions that I want to know. No, I'm going to ask the questions I want to know, and I'm going to ask the questions that the people want to know. And I read the comments mad times, and you guys kept on going crazy. So I'm asking what the comments wanted to know. We can twist it, do whatever we want with it to try to make Friday look like some kind of bad guy, but it won't be true.
For a girl's box, nobody's questioning you about what you do with yours. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like I don't, me, that's a couple of things that kind of rubbed me the wrong way. Maybe it's because of like, he's kind of like outdated. Maybe he's super trying to he's been doing stuff for years and he's really trying to make it out, you know?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Trying to like actually blow his network up. But, you know, we'll give him benefit of the doubt, you know? But next time, he has to come talk to you guys first, you know?
Sure.
And here's the thing. I don't be knowing when niggas don't mess with me. I'm like a dumb blonde. I just be like, huh? Niggas don't like me? What? Or maybe it's because people put me under the conception that like, hey, yeah, I fuck with you Friday. But then show differently. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I'm not a dumb blonde. Maybe I've just been led astray. You know what I'm saying? Because to be honest, I have no issues with these gentlemen. I don't understand why the shots are being taken. I actually fuck with these guys heavy. I'm really happy that they have a podcast, that they're around. You know what I'm saying? People have heard me multiple times say we need more media in the city. Okay? Artists need more places to be able to go do a campaign run. And I've said this on this network. I've said this in other interviews when people interview me. You know what I'm saying? Hence the title, to bring it back full circle. We are crabs in a barrel. We have crabs in a barrel syndrome. I don't get it. Even if Mandem were doing the most wild things that I don't agree with on their network, which is not true, they do great content over there. You know what I'm saying? They have great conversations. The production quality is continuously stepping up. I have nothing but good things to say about these gentlemen. But for some odd reason, and I don't know, maybe it's a podcast thing, like maybe we'll get more traction if everybody seems like they have beef. Niggas stay taking shots at me, fam. I'm not even here to be like, oh no, yo, fuck you. Nah, fam. I'm just baffled, fam. I'm actually more disappointed. You know what I'm saying? I'm actually too, like, it gets exhausting after a while trying to make colleagues out here, because you never know when niggas is mad at you. They don't tell you. You know what I'm saying? And maybe it's me, or maybe it's just the way that the city has like a certain standard and a certain way that you can only do these things because man's them representing the streets. And, you know, this media thing can get tricky. Okay? I do things differently than maybe the way these guys do it. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I'm more traditionalist, more quote unquote TMZ-ish sometimes. You know what I'm saying? But there's no wrong way of doing what you want to do. For example, former colleagues of mine, okay, and I'll talk about it. We'll talk about it today. Gutsy Guts and those guys, they talk more about, you know, stuff that's going on in the bedroom, different things like that. You know what I'm saying? They go into those kind of fun topics like that we might not cover as much over here. Okay? It's not our thing. Do I get on here and critique that? No. If it's not our thing, it's just not our thing. You know what I'm saying? Bring it back over here. If Voices in the Staircase, you know, they don't really do news stories and keeping people up on what's going on with Toronto rappers and updates and stuff like that. They may bring it up in an interview here and there, but, you know, they've even mentioned in the interview that they did with us that they try to stay out of the mix-up. Fine. I get into the mix-up sometimes. It doesn't mean that I'm going to be like, well, I don't like the way that you guys do it over there, staying out the mix-up. And maybe I'm just expecting the same, you know what I'm saying? Where people are like, maybe it's not the way I would do it, but that's how you do it. Instead of denouncing it. I don't know. Maybe that's just me, fam. I just don't have any hate in my blood, fam. I'm hater free. So maybe that's to a fault. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I should start being more of a hater and, get on here and critique everybody's podcast and da-da-da-da. No, you guys shouldn't be doing your podcast, or you're too young, or you're too old. Like, nah, fam, I'm more planning who's going to be my next interview. What are we going to be talking about next? What's my next topic that I'm going to be talking about tonight? You know what I'm saying? But anyways, salute to all parties involved. You know what I'm saying? I feel that we can have proper discourse without being some disrespectful, S your moms and all that type of talk. And nah, fam, that's what keeps the city where it is, fam. And that's where it ends up, where it makes it uncomfortable to go outside. People got to be going outside with crews, all types of stuff, just because nobody can find a way to actually really get along. None of us have actually made it anywhere yet. I'm looking at this video here. It's monetized. Okay. However, it's not like 350,000 views are on the shit. Okay. And same over here with our content. So none of us are making a huge bag for us to be like going out of our way to make sure that we got to take chances and do all this stuff. Nah, it's not worth it, fam. We build better together than apart. That's the way I see it. Anywho.
We love hip hop.